Hi, we're back. It's Just Ask the Press, and boy, what a news desert we saw this week. Hardly anything going on. As we get into it a little bit more, let's talk about finally what 3 million Epstein files were released. Immediately, that started a fight. I think Lev Parnas and Michael Cohen were fighting with each other over the release of information, but they're not the only ones. And that's minor compared to what really has happened with the Epstein files. But here we go again. The drip, drip, drip. Here's a deluge, and it seems like the Trump administration releasing this information, which also shows Prince Andrew on all fours with a woman. There's a picture of that with a. There's mention of Donald Trump. There was some stuff that was placed on a website and then taken down. These were secondhand allegations with no evidence to them, but it also brings, makes you doubt what, or just saying to Donnie, what the fuck are you doing, man? That was put up there. Why are you taking them down if there's nothing to it? Is it just the embarrassment of it? Was there truth to it? Were they doing dick measuring with fingers? There's all kinds of allegations going on. I don't even know where to start. Nolan, I'll let you have the first whack at this one.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things right away was the administration tried to say the Epstein saga is now over with the release of these files, but there's at least 3 million.
And how many times have we heard that this is over? Nothing to see here. We're a hot country. Hot, hot, hot. Don't talk about Epstein. It's not the end of it.
Gas is only $1.99.
There's three.
No. He said it was $1.89. The last time I'm going, I talked to a farmer. He said it was $1.85. I was wrong. Anyway, go ahead, Nolan.
He had to siphon it out of a truck with his own mouth, and he's selling it on the street corner. But it's $1.89.
It's three. There's 3 million more documents the DOJ has. We still don't have all the financial records, and the Epstein estate has a bunch of records.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot more to know. And they did restore the Trump document, but the Trump document was actually made in 2025. So during his the first year of his second term, someone in the White House was either ordered or decided to take all of the claims against Donald Trump and put them into one file. I wonder what that could be for. So that's what that
good question.
That file was for. And so that begs the question about are they trying to protect Donald Trump or Donald Trump allies? There was a lot of but even with that, there was a lot of interesting findings in there. The 2007 Alex Acosta report, which ended up in the so-called sweetheart deal. Acosta seemed like he had plenty of evidence to go after Epstein, and Epstein was a flight risk, but still gave that sweetheart deal. And also, just one other thing I think is interesting. I've been complaining about this. I know they think that the idea that Epstein was connected to intelligence is like a conspiracy theory. But again, here in the documents, he's connected to Russian intelligence and European intelligence, and there's even him openly talking about trying to blackmail Bill Gates.
Yeah,
over this claim he caught an STD from some woman in Russia, I believe was the claim. So I think there's the stuff on Trump isn't really that bountiful, but there's still a lot of interesting things here, I think, about a lot of powerful people. And I just have to get this in. Brett Ratner, the director of the Melania film that is drawing the attention of no one right now, he is in the files as well.
He is?
Yeah, and there's pictures of him with a young girl as well.
Oh, well. Wonder how he ended up directing Melania.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in the pubic arch later. But Mark,
Look, the release requires so much discussion. I don't read these files.
Well, there are 3 million of them.
Too many for
I got thousands of people reading thousands of pages a day.
But it is amazing, and I get asked about it a lot of times, obviously, because of FOIA and transparency issues. And one of the things that I warned about, because I see it all the time, and even though there are so many people focused on this in the sense of internally who are processing the documents, they're screwing it up. They're releasing information they're not supposed to. They're releasing information that identifies victims, that identifies individual employees who didn't do anything wrong, who just happen to work for Epstein. No accusations. And it's a mess. And then they're making idiot mistakes like Nolan described, where they post documents and then they pull them down, which when will people realize that if you put something up, people download it? And just because you take it down doesn't mean it's not there any longer. And
that just gives everybody the impetus to repost it.
Right back up. And you're going to highlight what the missing document was. All you do is draw attention to it.